Let's work on 3 more custom planner spreads. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm working on 3 custom planner spreads. We are going to do a quad layout for Melissa, who asked for a super fun combo of Disney and crafting. I'm here for it. Then we have one for Heather, who recently had a very memorable and important trip to Hawaii that we are going to create a memory planning spread for her. And last but not least is Julie, who requested some beautiful florals in celebration of her wedding anniversary. I'm excited to create all 3 of these for 3 very special patrons. As always, I will link the things that I use down in the description box below. Otherwise, I'm going to put you all on fast forward. Let's go. Okay, first up is a custom spread for Melissa, who asked for a combination of Disney characters and craft room organization, which I thought was such a fun and whimsical combination. I went with Tinkerbell because I happen to know that Melissa loves Tinkerbell very much. So I opted, instead of choosing several different Disney characters, we went with Tinkerbell because I was thinking, how great would it be to have Tinkerbell come help you organize your craft room, use all her magic? Like, that would be fantastic. So Tinkerbell is on our spread, and we are mixing that with a Miss Maker combo. There is nothing better than the Miss Maker sticker books. They always make me happy. They are always fun. And I thought this would be a bright and colorful spread for Melissa. Whenever I use characters or people in my spreads, I like to kind of anchor them in a way. So you will notice that each of the characters that I have, each of the Tinkerbells, is anchored to a functional box. They're either sitting on the box or peeking out from behind the box. They are always attached instead of just kind of randomly floating around the page. I think it makes a lot more sense from a decorative standpoint to have them just matched up with something functional in the planner spread. I wanted to bring in some washi tape to kind of border out the page. Originally, I was going to go with purple, but I decided this light blue would be a great way to tie back into Tinkerbell, because Tinkerbell's colorings with her dress and her wings don't exactly match the Miss Maker colorings. I thought if I were to bring in the light blue in another area, then it just makes a little more sense and ties back in to Tinkerbell. When you are using different sticker combos or different sticker books, it's important to find that kind of common characteristic or common color, something that brings the two together. And the light blue was going to be what I went with in this case. So there are light blue boxes in Miss Maker, which you see one of the Tinkerbells kind of peeking out of. There's a little bit of the light blue, of course, in Tinkerbell, and then the washi tape kind of brings it all together. Now I'm using each of the boxes as a place to kind of start off very fun clusters that have all of the different crafting supplies. Just a lot of room for Melissa to write. She wanted this to be craft room organization, so I thought perhaps she could use this particular spread to write out some to-do lists, some task lists, some goals for different areas of her crafts that she wanted to organize. I know she has a big diamond dot closet that she wants to address, and she could kind of come up with different categories. There's lots of different ways that she could use this spread, either for a regular weekly spread, or Melissa, you can always choose to white out the days of the week and instead put different categories where you're wanting to take some notes or set some goals for how you plan to organize. Now I'm adding a lot of these little craft supplies to the different corners, adding them into the clusters, but in order to make this not just Tinkerbell sitting amongst the craft supplies, I wanted to bring in some more Tinkerbell stickers as well. And the way I did that was actually with the magic sparkles. And you'll see that in just a second. After I finish playing with the craft supplies, we're going to go back to the Tinkerbell book and pull in a bunch of the different sparkle stickers, whether it was gold foil sparkles or the green sparkles that were on that first Tinkerbell page we looked at. I think bringing in the stickers that had the sparkle just made it all feel kind of magical, as if Tinkerbell is sitting there with you, trying to help you get your space in order. I'm hoping that it will help inspire Melissa to go have fun in her organization. I really do think if you do your best to look forward to organizing your space, to play with it, to make it a fun goal, then it can be a pleasant goal and something, I don't know, just something that brings you joy as you're organizing. Just a few more stickers to go, and that is going to be it for Melissa's Tinkerbell craft room spread. Let me know what you think of this combo down below, and if you could have a Disney character come help you out in your craft room, which Disney character would you choose? I feel like Tinkerbell might be an excellent choice. All right, next up is a special spread for Heather. Heather is so lovely, and as I'm recording this, she is on her way home from a beautiful vacation with her family to Hawaii. And she requested a memory planning spread so that she could record some memories from that trip. And she asked for a very special element. She asked that I include an amber ribbon. The amber ribbon is representative of cancer of the appendix, and that is cancer that thankfully Heather has beaten. And this trip was kind of celebration of the anniversary of wrapping up her treatments. And I'm so glad that she got to enjoy this special time with her family. For this spread, I combined a couple of different sticker books. We went with Summer Elements from Love Posh because it had these gorgeous Hawaii stickers in it that really, I mean, obviously they scream tropical, but definitely Hawaii. And then I combined it with some MojoJojo Plans sticker books, specifically green boxes, because I really loved the citrus green color. Definitely struck me as tropical. And then the pastel big boxes. When I am creating memory planning spreads, I tend to use bigger boxes. I think they make great matting frames for pictures and photos that you may want to include. And then I like to add a few lined boxes and lines here and there to add just a bit of journaling. I know that Heather is going to have a fabulous time making mini albums and lots of ways to remember this really special vacation. I'm hoping that this particular spread can be one that she can have in her planner just to reflect on and hit some of the highlights or just some of the thoughts that she had during the week. So I'm creating some larger scenes, putting bigger boxes. I just want there to be lots of room for her to expand on her memories. So I love this huge sticker with the sunset in the ocean. It's just absolutely gorgeous. We're going to place all of these larger stickers in place. Heather, the idea is to go ahead and print photos, maybe put a few mementos, junk journal style, in on this spread where those stickers are, and then to use the lined areas that you will see me add to do a little bit of journaling. And then if you want to add some more journaling, you can always add more lines. Now, I wasn't really sure how to incorporate the ribbon because it wasn't exactly the same colors as the color scheme that I was going for the Hawaii theme. And I decided, you know what, that's okay. It is meant to stand out. And so I'm just going to have the ribbon kind of flowing through the week because, of course, the celebration of Heather's recovery is certainly a theme that was going throughout the week. So I'm going to sketch out the ribbon in pencil and then eventually come back with a paint pen in a deep yellow amber color to add that in. I'll line this with black pen at the end. And I like it. It's definitely a combo that is not typical. It's not something that you're going to see all the time, but it's special and unique for Heather. And I think that's what makes it most important. And I think that's one of the cool things you can do with combining different elements in your planner is make something that's truly unique and special and speaks to you. Once I finish with this ribbon, then I'm going to bring in a stencil from the Happy Planner to add in, like I said, a few journaling lines here and there. It's a pretty simple spread, but I think it's going to be impactful, and I'm hoping that it'll let Heather kind of relive some of the highlights of her wonderful trip that I absolutely cannot wait to hear about. Hawaii is a pretty amazing place, so I'm super glad that she got the chance to go. All right, once those lines are in place, a little more touch up with the paint pen, and then that is going to be it for Heather's Hawaii spread. Let me know what you think of it down below, and if you could take a vacation to celebrate a big moment in your life, where would you go? I think Hawaii would be high on my list, and I have to think that Italy, again, would be pretty high on my list. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. Last but not least today is going to be a spread for Julie. And Julie gave me the option of either a checklist layout or a lined vertical. So I opted for lined vertical, and her specific request was for white tulips and purple irises. The reason being that this spread is in celebration of her wedding anniversary, and those were the flowers that she had at her wedding, which I absolutely love. That's such a fabulous way to reflect and remember on your anniversary. We're going to combine that with some black and white patterns. These are actually pattern papers from Felicity Jane. I'm going to layer the scrapbook paper at the bottom. You're going to see black and white come in throughout this spread. I just thought it was an interesting contrast with some of these patterns, a contrast to the beautiful florals. Now for floral stickers, because these were really specific, I actually opted to go to Canva to find some floral pictures that I could use to create stickers using my Cricut. So that's what I did, printed out a bunch of those different stickers that I could use throughout the spread. And I thought, you know, at the bottom here, let's just do almost like a gathering. I was thinking a little bit like walking down the aisle, having the flowers on either side of the aisle. And we're going to have those kind of planted throughout the scrapbook paper here at the bottom. I like the pattern on pattern. I think it's an interesting look and an interesting texture. Of course, I did tear the paper. That's kind of one of the things I love to do all the time. I just find that it makes things have a little bit cooler of a texture and dimension to them. All right, I do plan to do white out here at the top. I'm going to bring in purple. I'm using purple from MojoJojo Plans. Her purple boxes and more have a wonderful purple boxes, bullet points, some dates. This is going to be great as I get to that little section. But first, let's go ahead and take some time and put some of these irises and tulips. I would love to hear what the flowers at your wedding were. If I'm being completely honest, I don't totally remember what the flowers at my wedding were. I know they were white. Our colors were ice blue and white, and I don't know. We didn't have real flowers at our reception. We had beautiful abstract trees that my sister made. But I know I carried a bouquet, and now I feel like I need to go and look it up in my wedding album to see what they were. I feel like my memory must be slipping after all these years. So you can see I'm lifting up the scrapbook paper. Some of them are behind the scrapbook paper. Some of them are in front. I kind of wanted this to feel just like a gathering of flowers at the bottom. I really felt like it needed some pattern going on at the top. So I'm going to use washi tape at the top. So this is black and white grid washi. It obviously mimics the black and white grid from the scrapbook paper at the bottom. And then later on, you'll see me pull in one more patterned washi, all the different black and white patterns. I love how they came together. Pattern on pattern is super fun. The last thing I'm going to do here at the top, we're going to go ahead and date this, put the purple days of the week and the purple numbers, and then it's time to work on the function for this spread. Julie had a lot of functional needs, which I totally dig because this is not just for fun and decoration. This is a planner spread that she plans to use, and she knew what she needed. She needed boxes on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I had to incorporate those. She needed some small boxes for meal planning on the left side, 3 different habit trackers, and then a certain number of bullet points on each day. And while it was challenging to incorporate all of those specific needs, I kind of dug that challenge because I think it goes to show others that these really are functional spreads. These really are spreads that people plan to use, that people are putting into their planner, writing all over, but the decorative element is just something fun. It's something whimsical. It's something that allows you to express your personality and your creativity. So don't think that just because you're decorating your planner doesn't mean you can't use your planner. By the way, the habit trackers that I am using are from Keleva Plan from her Habit Trackers sticker book. And I'm layering them with the purple boxes just to give a little bit more purple in that area. And now it's time for like bullet point galore, giving lots of space for Julie to write down tasks or appointments, things that need to happen with all of the bullet points. Once I get all of the bullet points in place, that's when I decided I needed a little bit more pattern. The boxes at the top of the line vertical, I'm leaving those open. I thought that those could be an option for Julie to be writing out gratitude, a highlight of the day, or just some other room for her to write things that need to get done on that particular day. We're going to bring in additional washi tape, additional florals, and then that is going to be it for Julie's anniversary spread. And now it's your turn. I would love to hear from you down below. Which spread spoke to you today? Was it Melissa's craft room spread with Tinkerbell? Or was it Heather's Hawaii theme spread or Julie's anniversary spread? Let me know down below. I do have all of the supplies that I used, including all of these layouts, linked in the description box below. So make sure to check that out if you are interested. I want to give a huge shout out to my entire Patreon community. Thank you all so much for your support. Patreon is such a fun place to hang out and get extra content and insight. If you want to check it out, you can head on over to patreon.com/ScrappyWife. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.